Here comes Kaya's battle. Boom! Right up the middle, and he is gonna go! Then bit of bang!
And we welcome you here to Burlington, New Jersey for another edition of boys basketball on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. Simon Rosenwasser here, as it is the Doane Academy Spartans and the Princeton Day School Panthers. Rematch of the 2020 Prep B Championship.
Go to the ball. Second screen.
And we are off here in the first quarter.
Let's go.
Levy Sanchez with the start for Doane, the three. This was an exciting Prep B championship last year. Princeton Day School was able to win. It was a low-scoring, relatively speaking, affair. It'll be our traveling violation as they enter the post with the big man. And that's Ethan Garita. Garita, Sanders, Connor Topping, Josh Colon, and Damian Samuels, the five for Princeton Day School. And Doane with Hargrove, Evans, Smiley, Sanchez, and Njoga. That's Sean Hargrove missing. And the rebound down to Connor Topping. Hampton Sanders and Damian Samuels, two superior guards for Princeton Day School. This is Samuels, lofts it up, does not get the roll, and the rebound down to Eli Smiley. Evans driving the lane, flipping it up. Probably would have been better off with his left. Instead, it's Samuels with his left, and that won't go either. Following is Josh Colon. Nothing doing for Princeton Day School on the road. Down 295. Here in the first 2 minutes. Not getting the rolls, making things difficult on defense, which they usually do. This is Hampton Sanders guarding Sean Hargrove, both number 2. Both can score. It's Njoga with a huge mismatch, and it's Hampton Sanders with the active hands to get the steal. Sanders for 3, and PDS is on the board. This is Evans. He'll shoot if you let him. He'll drive too, his second attempt, and this time he's able to draw some contact and head to the free throw line. So it's the first foul on either team, 2.5 minutes into the contest, and it's Mike Evans who will shoot. Foul called on Connor Topping. One of 2 for Evans. Doane, as per usual, showing some full court pressure. Eli Smiley guarding Samuels in the backcourt. It's Garita who couldn't get it down low as Njoga outstretched those long arms.
Go through, Elijah. Go through. Go to work. Go to work.
Here's Levy Sanchez looking for a second 3. Njoga on Colon. Good defense from Josh Colon, but the foul, the whistle comes. Like Colon was hit them pretty much step for step. But Njoga, he has really developed, we say that pretty much every broadcast, but he has impressively continued to develop his offensive game. He's a load. Can shoot the ball too. Hits the first free throw. Samuels getting by Smiley, and the English wouldn't fall. Third one for Samuels here in the first quarter, where he's able to get to the rim, give the ball a chance. It just won't fall for him so far. It's Sanchez with Cologne on him. Damian Samuels picks his pocket, hands off to Hampton. Sanders finishes with the best of them in transition. Should be a good one here today. And already good action back and forth. It's Evans, tough shot. Damian Samuels, again up to Sanders, and Joga got a piece, and he also got a piece of Sanders, who hits the deck hard. And it'll be Sanders to the free throw line. First foul on Njoga. Hampton Sanders, player to watch today, 14 points per game, 5 straight games with 10 points. Triple-double recently, and he goes 1 of 2 at the free throw line. Hargrove misses a bunny, tied at 6 apiece. It's Samuels. Contested. Hargrove spins off Sanders. No look pass into the corner to Evans. Good find for Levy Sanchez. Second bucket for Sanchez, 5 for Levy, and a 2-point lead for Doane here in the first quarter. Sanders, no look to Garita, off the window and good. Garita and Njoga, gonna be a big battle in the paint to watch. 25 for PDS as Evans is well long. Good hands from Eli Smiley, and hey, right on cue, there's Garita with the block. Sanders weaving in, putting it down. Nothing doing for Njoga. PDS with a 2-point lead, a chance to make it 4 or 5. It's Samuels. He wanted to kick it out to Sanders in the corner. There was contact as he was heading into the lane. It should not be in the act of shooting. It's on Eli Smiley. Second foul against Doane. Here comes, for the first time, Jaden Hall for Princeton Day. Garita going right at Njoga. No whistle. Samuels looking up, and PDS got back. Connor Topping among those well in position on defense. Under 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. Good pace to this one. And just a 2-point game. It is Smiley, a little strong as well. Sanders with Hargrove right on him. Too much from Hampton. Spartans want to run. Smiley flashing middle. Connor Topping said no. Garita dared to take the 3. Sanchez's rebound. Sanders popped it out from behind, but could not save it. Just out of the outstretched arms of Connor Topping. Here comes Jason Njoga out, and Ryan Halassa for the first time is in for Doane Academy. Josh Colon has also taken a seat, and the new face is Anthony Stewart for PDS. Final minute, Hargrove. Well, the buckets were falling early in the corner, not recently. Garita in rhythm for the slam. Panthers coming to play on the road. Evans somehow found it to Smiley down low. Hargrove in traffic. Garita was in the area. Hargrove still found his way into the bucket. Sanders for two. And that'll do it for the first quarter, 14-10. What a first quarter of play. Here on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. We'll keep it right here. Take a look at Dan Williamson in our coach's corner. Dean of Student Life, Director of Athletics. He is fun to watch coach. Energy always high, and the respect of his players, which is always among the most important, if not the most important thing as a coach, is evidently there. Dan Williamson, the head coach for the Doane Academy Spartans. Seven and 1 this year. The only loss coming to Pemberton. Stick with us at halftime of this one. We will show you some highlights from some previous Doane Academy basketball games. We start the second quarter, 14-10. PDS leading. It's Hampton Sanders, Damian Samuels finding his man in the middle, Stewart. As Doane's able to get it out of bounds, it'll stay here with Princeton Day. Nice D from Sean Hargrove. Garita steals it back. And back to Garita for two from Samuels. 6 points for Ethan Garita. It's good news when he is scoring for Princeton Day. They rely on him probably more heavily on the defensive side of the ball than relying on him to score. But he's leading them in scoring early on. Congleton is into the game, and he is short on the three ball. Samuels for three. Lefty shot is off to the left, and Mike Evans tracks it down. Hargrove skips it into the corner. It's an Evans three. They need it. They don't have it. Hargrove, tip drill, wins it. Got his man in the air. Levy Sanchez turning garbage into goal. 7 for Levy Sanchez. And Doane stops the bleeding. Down by 4. There's Hargrove wreaking havoc. Garita tight roping the sideline, keeps it in play. Topping, backdoor find for Stewart. Got the shot up. And Hargrove got the rebound. Hargrove thinking three. This is Evans for Congleton, and that's not a good turnover there for Doane. Here comes Jason Njoga back in for Ryan Halassa, who puts in some good minutes. 2 minutes into the second quarter. And substitutions for PDS as well. Here comes Hampton Sanders, who sat for the first couple. And Ethan Garita is now off the floor. So the big man Josh Colon and Njoga in. So the size advantage right now to Doane Academy. Speaking of Njoga, tipping it out of bounds. Off the window and down for Jaden Hall. Congleton, the crossover from right wing and headed to the line for two. Sean Congleton. Congleton hits the first 12 points per game. 6 games with 12+ points. 3 games with multiple threes. 5 games with 3+ free throws. Thanks to NJ.com for those statistics. Timeout called Doane as Congleton hits a pair. And Doane takes the timeout down by 4. Talked about the Doane head coach. Here is the PDS head coach. Eugene Burrows for Princeton Day. Former head coach of what was the Delaware 87ers. 2 years as the 76ers shooting coach. Played for the University of Richmond. It's his first year coaching the PDS Panthers. Former Richmond Spider. And his team has a 4-point lead. Five minutes left here in the second quarter. Three from right wing from Jaden Hall wouldn't fall. Evans with Hall defending. Hargrove, yup, and one for Sean Hargrove. Foul's called on Anthony Stewart. That's his first. Team's fourth.
Get in it!
Hargrove, very good free throw shooter. Has won games for Doane just based on his acumen at the free throw line. He hits and completes the 3-point play. PDS working through a 2-1-2. It'll stay with the Panthers. Samuels for 3. Wow, that ball almost bounced off the rim onto the ceiling and still fell down for Samuels. First 3 for Damian Samuels. And PDS back up by 4. Tough shot for Hargrove. Watch out, Hargrove picks Garita's pocket. Congleton wouldn't fall. Hargrove working hard on the offensive glass again. His Hargrove, large jump step. And they'll call it out of bounds as it hit the piping behind the basket. Tough shot for Hargrove. Cleans it up though. 5 in the corner for Sean. Hampton Sanders runs the offense, leading by 2. Samuel swings it to Cologne. Try to work it back to Sanders. Instead, it's Garita committing the offensive foul. In the corner, it's Levy Sanchez. Screen from Njoga. Njoga working off the pick and roll. Hargrove on the back door. Right place, right time. That's been the story for Sean Hargrove here in the second quarter. And Doane has erased the PDS lead. And we're tied at 3 touchdowns apiece. Samuels for 3. Another rebound for Sean. Sanchez drops it for Jason Njoga, who lays in 2. And PDS calls timeout as Doane takes its first lead. Take a quick audio break here on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. We'll come back for the end of the second quarter. .244 left in quarter number 2. Princeton Day, Doane Academy. Simon Rosenwasser here with you on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. And Princeton Day trying to get back to their scoring ways. Cologne, one more for Jaden Hall. Samuels across the way. Hargrove poked it free. Garita back to Hampton Sanders. The 3. No good. Njoga was there, but it's Damian Samuels, a much smaller Damian Samuels, who came away with it. Jaden Hall drops in the 3, and PDS takes advantage of a second chance point. Five for Jaden Hall off the bench here in the second quarter. It's Hargrove. And Njoga winning the battle over Garita, flips it up and in. Jason Njoga. Hard-earned 2. We're on the seesaw. Doane by 1. Sanders skips it into the corner for another Hall 3. Wouldn't fall. Rebound cleared by Njoga. Good game. Approaching the final minute of the first half. Offensive foul called off the ball. And it's against Levy Sanchez. Cologne's three. That's no good. Rebound to Hargrove.
Again, 0, keep going. Hand check. Oh!
Tough shot for Congleton and a late whistle. Call it on Cologne, it's his second.
We're token 12, Sean. Token 12. Token 12. Get up a little. Hands up a little.
3-point lead for Doane. Off of PDS last. And here the call from Coach Williamson, telling his team to press up a little bit. And the Spartans reward him with a turnover.
Stone with the ball, no turnovers.
Spartans slowing the pace here at the end of the first. Glance at the clock for Congleton.
Good screen. Is that a good screen for one another? Go if you need to. Go if you need to.
Sanchez, let the seconds tick. Screen from Njoga, Cologne took it away. Garita, and he slips for two with the foul. Njoga commits it. It's gonna be a flagrant 2. What a play from Ethan Garita. And he looks to be okay as well. Second slam of the first half for Garita. And that was a dangerous foul. And it will be a flagrant. Don't know what that does to the status of Njoga. Wasn't a foul with malice. I think when you watch this Doane Academy team, you know that they're just trying to play the ball as hard as they can. The referees are going to figure this one out.
Scored a goal. 15. Intentional. You didn't put it up yet. 2-5, shoot. Head coach, please. Head coach, please. All right, so what we got, you know, not yet. 2 shots, not yet. We'll get to you, coach. Thank you. 2-5, shooting 2. Just a reminder. Good sportsmanship. So you want to take that, it's totally up to you, but you want to take this opportunity to remind your players. Okay, good sportsmanship as a premium, both teams. All right, in that last play we had scored a goal, 25, 2 shots on intentional foul, and then ball, spot throwing on the end line. All right, thank you.
Joe, please.
All right, so the referee going to explain it better than I can. 2 shots and an intentional foul. A glorified and 1, really, and 2. And Garita deserves it. So big swing here at the end of the first half. This is going to... So it still will be PDS ball. 1 of 2 for Garita. And a chance for 2 more here if you're PDS, maybe 3 at the end of the second quarter. Three seconds left. The 3, no good from Jaden Hall. And we are tied at 27. as we have come to halftime here in Burlington, New Jersey. Good game. PDS and Doane Academy in the rematch of the 2020 Prep Championship. We've got a halftime tie, so we'll be back for the third quarter. Meanwhile, watch some highlights from Doane Academy basketball here in 2021. 12 points for Hargrove, a 3 for Tucker again. 5 in the first half for Khalil Tucker. First points for Matt Perry. Evans, another 3, and he got it again. Third 3 of the third quarter for Mike Evans. Carr pestered by Hargrove. Good work along the baseline. Brandon Carr. And then Khalil Tucker with a quick 2. Now the energy starting to come back for Doane as Hargrove got the roll. That hits the backboard, but not the rim.
Start of the third quarter here in Burlington. Simon Rosenwasser here with you on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. 27-27. And we're off and running here in the second half. It's Levy Sanchez. Off of him last. Nine points for Ethan Garita in the first half. If you were wondering, by the way, Jason Njoga is still in the game. It was a hard foul, and he probably is, I don't want to say lucky, but certainly has to be careful in fouls that look like that. Right before the half, as it's Garita, who had himself a nice first couple of quarters, mishandling there. Garita with 9 points, Hampton Sanders 8. Congleton had a tip by Sanders. Sean Congleton has it again. No field goals for him until now. And it's a two-pointer. 6 points for Congleton. He was 4 for 4 from the free throw line. Spartans back in the lead to start the third. Sanders getting by Hargrove, skipping it to Samuels in the corner. And Samuels couldn't handle. Man-to-man D, Cologne on Levy Sanchez. Hargrove after the pump fake, almost lost it. Stays with Congleton. Samuels took it away. Damian Samuels sneaks in two. 5 for Samuels, only that 3 ball in the first half for Damian. Didn't have a lot of luck from the rim. There's Evans with a tough shot. Mike Evans, first field goal. And similar to the first half, we start with both teams looking good offensively here in the second half. One more, the lefty three, Samuels, too long, Sanchez squeezes. Levy Sanchez skips it ahead, Congleton, aggressive, got the roll too. Cologne is all alone, and Joga resisted the urge. Cologne finishes strong through him. Joga probably already thinking about foul trouble. He's got 2. That has always come into play with Doane games. They want him to be in the game till the last moments. There's Hargrove missing. Connor Topping for Sanders. Strong drive from Hampton Sanders. 10 points for Hampton, and it is a 33-33 game. 4 in a row for PDS, and they force another turnover. For 3, it's Sanders off back iron. Garita tipped it up. Evans could not win it from Ethan Garita, and Garita wins 2. Congleton throws it away. Doane out of sorts here in the last couple minutes. PDS with a 6-0 run. Topping's wide open for 3, and down it goes. Connor Topping for 3. And PDS has gone on a 9-0 run. off the legs of Hargrove. Pops over here to the broadcast table.
12! 12! Get a stop!
Topping and Cologne scoring the last 2 Princeton Day possessions. They were the only 2 with significant minutes not to have scored in the first half. So, sign of a well-coached team. Eugene Burroughs has his team spreading out the wealth offensively. Njoga finds it. Congleton cherry-picking. Misses. Hargrove always is there for a follow. Doane will keep possession, but no bucket yet. Down by 5, it's Hargrove. Hargrove crossing up into the lane, and it will be Doane ball. Garita trying to tightrope. No foul. Make sure everybody's got a mask today. And we're back playing some basketball. Another steal for PDS. Connor Topping. He's going to lose it. Hargrove picks it up. Elbow jump shot. And a confident stroke from Sean. 11 now for Sean Hargrove. And with 2:57 left, it's a 38-35 game. PDS with a baseball pass ahead to Connor Topping, and now Damian Samuels weaving through the 2-1-2. Hampton Sanders, no good. Garita there to clean it up. 13 for Ethan Garita. PDS continues its run. Hargrove from the baseline. Following, but it's Topping with Sanders behind the back to Samuels, who finishes through some contact. Tic-tac-toe from the Panthers, and the lead is 7. What a finish, and I'm glad that Samuels finished, because that clinches the highlight. Congleton forcing it inside. They'll stay with Doane. Spartans down 7. Substitution as Connor Topping comes out for PDS. Jaden Hall back in. 1:56 left in the third. Hargrove feeding in Njoga, and they will call the foul underneath. Hampton Sanders nods his head. Doane identified the mismatch, as they were able to get Sanders on Njoga instead of Garita. Here comes Nikhil Gandhi for the first time for Princeton Day. Damian Samuels has a seat. PDS goes big for the time being. Cologne, Gandhi, and Garita still in the game. Hargrove on Sanders. Sanchez for 3. Last touch by Congleton. Turned over. Evans, well too high. Sanders, coast to coast. Garita comes from behind, and the foul is called against Doane and Levy Sanchez. I'll actually call it on Congleton. They are letting him play here. It's just the first team foul called against PDS, or called against Doane here in the third quarter, and PDS only has one against them. So if the game's going to come down to free throws, we're going to have to hear a lot of whistles between now and the end of the fourth. Garita misses both, and Sanchez boxes out well. Evans goes up on the weak side. Gandhi off the bench with some good defense, and he finds his outlet in Hampton Sanders. PDS in control here in the third. Good hands from Congleton. Congleton keeps possession and drives in for two. Six points for Congleton in the corner. Good skip into the corner for three. Sanders somehow got the rebound, but then lost it. Big possession here at the end of the third. How's the story going to shape up for the fourth quarter of play? Evans with Sanders swatting it away. 2-on-1 for PDS. Hampton Sanders flying, and you can count it as well. What a finish from Sanders, who comes up a little bit lame. It looks to be okay, and we'll head to the line for one more. The foul called on Congleton, his second. Sanders, who averages 14 a game, now has 12. Make it 13. Largest lead of the game for Princeton Day is 8 points here at the end of the third quarter. Hargrove leaning in. 3 seconds left for PDS. It's Sanders from just over half court. Do not count it. So we go to the final 8 minutes. And it's PDS leading Doane by 8 points here on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. Another close game between Doane and Princeton Day in the de facto Prep B championship here in 2021. No prep season this year, but it was these two teams in the championship game last year. A lot of the same faces, Hampton Sanders and Damian Samuels. Key cogs for PDS last year. It'll stay here with Princeton Day. So was Ethan Garita. He was on the team last year as well. Prep B winning team. Gandhi for three. Congleton, nothing doing. Hargrove, another offensive rebound. Working on Damian Samuels. Foul on the floor. And it's called against Damian Samuels, just the second against PDS. So fouls are not going to be an issue for really any player. Ryan Halassa is in the game for Doane. He throws it in. Hargrove turning around. And this whistle comes against Doane. Foul was called against Halassa. Doane looking for the steals. The three from Samuels is a little long. Pushing ahead is Congleton. Sean for three. Much needed for Doane. Sean Congleton coming alive here in the second half. 9 points in the third and fourth quarters as Doane is down by 5. Gandhi pulls the trigger again. Garita on the follow. Congleton slows the pace. Hargrove, 1-2, into the corner for Evans, too much. Gandhi couldn't receive the pass. Hargrove with PDS showing the active hands. No Hampton Sanders at the moment. Here comes Connor Topping back in. Inbound for Doane. Speaking of Hampton Sanders, he replaces Jaden Hall. Hargrove. Halassa throws it away. Doane out of sync. Still a 5-point game. Here comes Josh Colon. Ethan Garita takes a seat. 3 team fouls again for Doane Academy, 2 for PDS. Letting them play here in Burlington. PDS throws it away. Rare mistake between that backcourt duo of Sanders and Samuels. Congleton forced it over to Sanchez. Sanchez with the and one. First points of the second half for Levy Sanchez. He's got 10. Back to a 2-point game. 6-0 run for Doane, and then the foul is called offensively. Congleton spinning off of Stewart. Cologne got a piece. Halassa for Evans, the deep three. Sanders the rebound. Sanders almost lost it, got his dribble back, leans in, and it spins down for Hampton Sanders with the foul. Hard-earned three-point play for Hampton Sanders. 5-point lead for PDS. 16 points for Hampton. Congleton, an easy two. Approaching 4 minutes left in the fourth. Cologne in the corner. High post Garita. Samuels. Another three. It's been trailing off to the left for him today, and it does again there. Congleton working on Topping. Congleton's been the hot hand for Doane. Connor Topping wins that battle. Good crossover, but Topping stayed with him step for step. Halassa to throw it in. Sanchez picks up his dribble. Sanders throws it away. Comes Eli Smiley. Steal from Sanders, knocks it ahead to himself. And he finishes again with the contact. Another and one for Hampton. Sanders taking over again. It's going to be his third and one of the second half. Here comes Congleton. Worth mentioning, we haven't seen Njoga. He didn't foul out. It looks like a coaching decision at this point. With Halassa on the floor. PDS with the size advantage. Congleton working on the tall Garita. Hargrove with the foul call. One possession game. PDS content to slow the pace with the clock on their side. Timeout called Eugene Burroughs. So a full timeout here with 2:16 left in the fourth quarter. Take a look at the team comparison this year. PDS 5-3, Doane 7-1, two quality teams. Doane with 66 points per game to PDS's 59. PDS holding teams to 56 and Doane right in that same area as well. Both teams finishing in the 50s, maybe a little lower scoring than the averages, but good matchup here between Doane and PDS. Story's been Sean Congleton for Doane in the second half. Hampton Sanders for Princeton Day. 18 points on the game for Sanders. 15 on the game for Congleton. It's Garita with a travel not called, topping. Stay with PDS, 2:07 on the clock. Trying to feed the post with Garita, and Joga's back in the game. Joga on Garita at the high post. It's Damian Samuels with the ball. Evans guarding him. And Joga cuts it off, and the steal for Doane. And Joga can't find it, turned around finally, and on the line was Hampton Sanders, as Doane will retain possession. Doane still with timeouts in their back pocket. So does PDS. Also has some timeouts. That foul called on the floor against Hampton Sanders, not a foul that they were calling earlier in the game. Just the second against Sanders. 6 team fouls, though, against PDS. So Doane is now in the bonus. And Joga applying the screen. Skip it to Sanchez instead. 1:15 left. Hargrove. Trying to feed in Joga, who's working on Garita. Oh, what a pass as Hargrove missed it inside. It was the right ball. And then the foul is called against Sean Hargrove as Sanchez fed him. But Sean did not eat on that possession. Final minute. Doane in foul mode. 40 seconds left. Now the foul comes, and it's on Hampton Sanders. Dan Williamson yells, "Not him. Anyone but him." It's Hampton Sanders at the line for a 1-and-1. Anthony Stewart replaces Damian Samuels for defensive purposes.
Box out, go get it!
Go! 37 seconds left. Doane needs quick buckets. It's Hargrove with no foul called. And then Garita, as PDS had possession. The foul's going to go against Doane. So PDS in strong position with 30 seconds left.
It feels like you guys made the difference. I ain't gonna lie to you. Box out! Gotta go! It gotta go!
7-point lead for PDS. Congleton taking some time. Only 20 seconds left, not really time to set up the offense. Now Congleton gets to the hole and the free throw line. Fourth foul called against Anthony Stewart.
Set up in diamond. Connor, you bring it in. Set up in diamond. Take it down. Oh,
Two free throws for Congleton, but a 5-point lead for PDS. And the timeout is called. 5-point game here with 17 seconds left. We'll be back for the final ticks here on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. So it's going to be tough for Doane to come back if PDS makes its free throws. They're going to go for the steal first. Panthers will likely try to get the ball in the hands of number 2. Sanders standing at the free throw line now. And they do find Sanders. The foul was called. I don't think Congleton wanted it yet. It'll be a 1-and-1. Good news for Congleton, only a second comes off the clock. Bad news, it's Hampton Sanders at the line.
Straight to the hoop.
This is the front end, but Garita fights for the rebound, and Princeton Day will get 2 at the line. With the Panthers in the double bonus, Doane got what it wanted, but Ethan Garita, who started the game by taking over offensively, a big defensive rebound here at the end of the fourth quarter. Garita with a couple slam dunk highlights in this one. Gives Sanders another chance, and he will make you pay. Puts this one down, 23 points for Sanders, and PDS with a 7-point lead. It's Levy Sanchez for 3. And a timeout for Doane with 5 seconds left. 56-52. The threes maybe falling a little too late for Doane. As Sanchez brings Doane within 4, it'll be another edition of the foul game when we come out of the timeout here in Burlington.
Hey,
5.5 on the clock. 2-possession game. Mathematically speaking, it's still possible. But looks like Princeton Day is going to come in to Burlington and go out with an impressive win. It's Garita who will head to the free throw line.
Mikey, straight to the rim. Straight to the rim. Straight to the rim.
Missed both. Oh, and that's a foul as the buzzer sounds. It'll be Levy Sanchez to the line for 3 free throws. And now the question is, how much time do they put back on the clock? Should be about 2 seconds left. So Sanchez will have to hit these, and Doane might have a chance at a last-second heave. Doane still has a timeout in its pocket.
I got one left, right, Cassie?
Black, bring it, Black, bring it. Okay, please.
So we'll wait to hear from the referees as to how much time is left. I think there should be 1.8 would be my guess. Let's hear the official call.
First, the foul's on 35. Yes, yes. 13's going to shoot
We should
3.
have 2.5 seconds.
Hold on a second.
2.5. 2.4.
I think they said 0.5. 1.3, okay. 1.3 seconds on the clock. Again, Levy Sanchez waiting to shoot 3 free throws, which would make it a 1-possession game. PDS is in the double bonus. Doane will try to foul immediately if they can't foul off the ball. Timeout down, Doane down by 3. As PDS will decipher its plan. 3-point lead, 1.3 left.
Coach.
Shot, when the shot goes up. Go, Connor, go, Connor.
They missed it. And the rebound went to PDS. Good idea from Coach Williamson at the end of the game. And it almost worked as Evans was in position. But the final 53 for Doane and PDS 56. The win for Princeton Day, improving to 6-3 on the season. Doane dropping to 7-2. And that'll do it for our coverage here on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. We thank you for joining us. For Danny Ryan, for Andrew Jersky, I'm Simon Rosenwasser, signing off from Burlington, New Jersey. We'll see you next time here on the Play-by-Play Sports Network.